What's up, Alphas? I know y'all knew, but it's Love and Death, and we here to talk about a little bit of this show on HBO Max by Elizabeth, well, starring Elizabeth Olsen. Very interesting show. I'm of course joined with the one, the only Uniqo Williams, best in the Midwest on the mic.
Hey, how's everybody doing? Let's talk about this new. Let's talk about this new-ish show, which is uh, uh I don't know. They Hulu did the same thing. It was called Candy.
Yeah, based on a true story from a woman in a southern town who we'll
North
get into it. We'll
Texas.
get we'll get into it. But yeah, the show's about this woman named Candy and her family, and we start off the show with she finds out her pastor is getting a divorce. She feels uncomfortable. She feels uncomfortable, and she's not confident that she can lead the people. So they have to get a new pastor, and this kind of leaves Candy on a road. Joe, how would you describe this road that it kind of leads up again?
Man,
Because
I
it's
don't.
kind of the start of it. It's like the pastor was
So
her structure, and then once she kind of left, and she's like, "Oh, your relationship failed. I've been doing right the whole time."
look, man, we got this lady named Candy, and her husband is boring as hell, and her life is boring as hell, and she wanted to do some shit, and so she got with somebody that is boring as hell, but his wife is a little bit too much for him. So he wanted to have a little bit of excitement, and then she wanted to just do something just to be doing some stuff. But hold on, man. Let's talk about this real quick. I'm getting right into it because as you said, I said, man, what the hell is going on? When we started watching this for the first 40 minutes, I was like, what the hell is this? And I'm not trying to watch this. And then you told me Scarlet Witch, so I gave it a little bit more time. And because I didn't realize that was her, but she's really good at playing a crazy psycho chick. And she went for it. She went right for it at the volleyball game, at the community volleyball game. She went right for Alan Gore. And she told him, she got in the car with him, smoked a square with him, said, "Hey, I think you look some good, and I'm trying to make something happen." They finally make it happen. Cool, cool, cool. They bang out. They are both married.
Pat is married to Betty. I mean, not Alan is married to Betty. Candy is married
And
to
he's
Pat.
married to Pat. That's
Yes.
correct. So here's where it gets fun and interesting. This is where shit starts going downhill. They banged out one time. She made that man some cookies and sat him on the windshield while he was at work. She drove down to McKinney, Texas. That's a suburb of Dallas, y'all. So after their first time doing this little link up in Dallas, she made that man some cookies and sat him on the windshield, man. If that ain't no crazy shit, that ain't no red flag for you or what? Talk to me, because and also we I guess we've been quote unquote hit up by all this extra sexualism and power, but they had the most boring on-screen sex of all time. And she made that man some doggone flowers. I mean, some doggone cookies and laid them on
By
the
the
window.
way, by the way, she acted like that was the best thing ever. Pat must don't be doing nothing.
Pat don't do nothing but sit there and act like Clark Kent all day long.
So if he don't, at least Clark got a fun other life.
Yeah,
Pat
Pat
just
don't got that. Pat don't got nothing. He don't talk. He don't talk. He pray with his kids. He,
eat cereal. He like eating cereal and grits and shit.
he man he oh we saw him run to go get that bail money, but we'll talk about that later. Even that run was boring. But yeah, so they get into this thing and they're meeting up and she's making lunch for she's showing out. She is a great side piece. I'm here for it.
She cooked. His wife. His. By the way, I wanna acknowledge his wife does have like a condition. She's pregnant, so she's been. You start the show with her trying to get pregnant. Alan kind of like,
Which was very boring.
yeah. Alan was like, I don't know if I really depression me, and she was like, Alan, and then he was like, I don't know how to do when you get like this. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. I'm like, why is Alan so extra?
Like, but he knew this girl before like she was acting like this at all times. But let's talk about this now. Betty had a little bit of a affair when he was off working while they was in college. Now let's not forget about that. So Betty wasn't just perfect, but her ass is crazy.
Alan, by the way, Alan was the most faithful cheater for the longest I've ever seen. That man fought. That man said no. Their phone rang. She called. He like no. And then he saw her again. And Betty got on his nerves that night before. She was fussing at him. It's all his fault. He like, I gotta go to work. I'm tired of you going to work. My man said, you know what? Let's go meet for dinner. I'm out of town. Well, I'm Carroll Joe. They went to Carroll. He out of town in Carroll, Texas. I think that was it
Mm-hmm.
was, wasn't it? And
Shout out to
then
Jamie Foxx. That's where he's from.
yeah. Good news today for Jamie Foxx, by the way. Yeah, so apparently his daughter did, I don't know what rap is. By the way, I might have to do a video on rap. We got exposed either weird.
Daily Loud, if you will. But we'll get on them. Don't worry,
Yeah,
y'all. We'll get on them.
yeah. But they go meet in Carroll, have dinner. The most boring date I ever seen in my life. It's the most, but then all of a sudden the show, that's when it started getting a little more suspenseful, Joe. Because now it's like a game of cheating. Like, how long can we cheat before we get caught up? Because the whole purpose of like the 2 episode next is literally, well, I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna do this. Betty's curious. Pat is unaware of anything ever. And essentially they have it's a bunch of marital problem. The kids they trying to set the kids. They all hang out. It's like this. It's weird. Let me just go through. It's weird. They have like this relationship. They eat dinner together. They're like, hey Betty, come to the house. Hey Candy, you can come over too. Alan know you cheating. Pat, come on, let's hang out. All this weirdness about them two just cheating in the most weird way. The kids like something going on weird. She tells the friend. The friend end up telling the friend end up finding out. How did the friend find out Joe episode 2? I'm trying to remember what happened in episode 2. Did she told her
Uh,
this?
she just was just taking on the context clues, and she was already going through stuff. Betty was already going through stuff,
Yeah.
and then they outside laughing and giggling too much. That's my best friend.
Oh,
Why ain't
oh,
we laugh?
oh, I'm talking
Huh?
about the other red haired girl. What's her name?
Oh, she was talking to her the whole time.
Oh yeah, she was.
She was telling her the whole time. Her best friend. She was telling her the whole, talking to her. Me and Alan been hooking up.
She told the pastor too.
Eventually, well, she said, "Who's that? Who is that on the phone?"
Yeah, who was that on the phone?
Alan Gore.
Girl,
I'm your backdoor friend. So
I'm your back.
if you got something to say,
Girl, I'm cheating on him.
first of all, I want everybody to know that not everybody in Dallas talks like that. Not everybody in Texas talks like that. I just want y'all to know that right
Matter
now.
of fact, it's very like Northern Alabama accent.
I would give it Texas. I would give their accents Texas, but
I think it's too strong.
they,
Around the Dallas area,
I mean,
maybe on the rural
in
part of Texas.
in the 80s,
Maybe. I
in
was
the
born in the
80s,
'80s. I have no clue.
when they didn't have internet to see how other people talk like this, sometimes
I'm
no,
country too, so I think it's a little. But I'm loud country. I'm Mississippi country.
you know how to switch it up though. I bet you know that.
Like, girl. By the way, I hate how people talk on people, but it's another story. But
Yeah, I always the only time I get the only time my accent come out is when I'm kind of drunk and I lose control. So I just that's the only time. That's the only time my accent come out.
yeah,
But
but we get
I literally made it something about me, y'all. Man, I figured that one day I was gonna be on TV, and so I went and kept on practicing how to talk like they talk, and it don't even matter no more. It don't even matter. You go in there and talk how you want to nowadays. New York niggas talk like New York niggas. Southern niggas talk like Southern niggas on TV. So it don't matter. But yeah. Yeah, so I mean, man, we got all this going on. We got the
We
marriage
getting
retreat
yeah.
happening. They went to a marriage retreat that worked for Alan and Betty.
Alan even wanted to quit the relationship. He's like, yo, this my wife. I don't want to hurt her. You agreed, Alan. You agreed.
And then what was the first rule? The first rule when she that man went in that man's house and had a meeting with his wife to write on a board about the rules of their affair. Man, I tell you what,
Man, then he
he the
did.
money maker in that situation, man. I would have been that. Woo, if I knew that. But yeah, the first rule was don't catch feelings.
Yeah, but
And they moved that from the bottom. She drew an arrow from where they wrote it at. Said that should be rule number one. She caught feelings after that first time and made that man them cookies. It was over with.
and he felt guilty. Like we got to break this off. And then I guess she put it on him one more time. He started writing letters,
Man, that nigga
which
wrote a
led,
love letter.
which led. I don't know what she did after he said let's break it out. She's like, let's do it one more time. She did something to that man, Joe.
Then Pat running around
He
trying to
finally
find the
checked
love.
the mail after all these love letters. He finally checked the mail.
He's trying to find the love letter from when they first went, like from when
Yeah,
they were like their marriage vows. He was trying to find that and just read that again and try and get his passion back. Because this dude, if he don't do nothing else, hold on, here it go. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna reenact it from the film.
he,
Watching TV, giggling,
that's all he did.
and his girl come lay on him. What are you doing? Come on, man. That man's the majority of the first 3 episodes was him sitting on that edge of that couch watching Leave It to Beaver and whatever else he was watching and giggling all day long.
I always wondered if Pat worked.
He's an engineer. He's rich. They got it.
Oh yeah, he rich. I like, but it feel like he don't work. I guess he retired, man. So listen,
Big man, he get off work and he want to sit in front of that TV, eat some dinner, and go back and sit in front of that TV. That's Pat's job in that relationship, man. I know that was a mess.
so he found this letter. He actually left the house beside going to work and come back. Meet her friend. Like, it's the relationship still going on. I'm like, that's the weakest. I ain't no
I
ever.
I found a letter from Alan Gore, a love letter.
Why are you telling her best friend like she not gonna
Man, I
tell her?
would have tore that motherfucking house up right then and there as soon as I found it. What you talking about? I would have tore that house up.
Joe, but it's his fault. It's my fault. I lost passion.
Man, he did the most cuck. I'm sorry, I don't know if we allowed to use that. He did the most cuck thing I've ever seen in my life and blamed it on himself.
Cheating. By the way, under all these people, he the only one that's not guilty of cheating, from what I know.
Because let's not
He
forget
probably too boring to cheat.
the pastress said the reward is all of this. You have a home. You have a family. That's what it's worth.
she she like, I'm bored though, pastor. I'm bored. This nigga just sit at the end of the couch and don't live.
I'm gonna be real with you. I think if I had a breadwinner for a wife, but like it wasn't no fun though, like she wasn't cool, she was always working, I'd probably cheat too.
I'm be honest. In a relationship, you gotta work. If you just like, hey, I got
That's
you.
that's what it is. It's work.
If you be like, I already got you. I don't feel like doing nothing. I work hard. I don't do nothing. It's going. She probably gonna cheat on you. I'm just being honest.
Pat should have did some extra stuff because she ain't. But that was the 70s, 80s, early 80s, 80 early 80s.
Even back then, you had to do extra. Yeah, there ain't never been a time when you didn't
When
have
they
to
ain't had
try.
social media, she met that nigga at church.
Exactly. The locals. They people boring. They boring. They just have. Even though it's boring, we boring together. It's at least interest because we can get caught. It's fun. It's fun. It's probably more of a game because it's harder to get caught. So you just like, oh, let's see how dangerous we can get before and see if anybody
Bet
get.
Betty said, "Y'all holding something from me, ain't you?"
Now let's get into where the show really got good because this is about episode 3. Well, the end of episode 3, it kind of started getting good. They come up, they find out. Betty kind of figures it out. She don't really figure it out, but she
She
kind of
don't know.
figure.
She has no evidence.
But she has an inkling because it's like y'all spend
Women's
a lot of time.
intuition.
Oh, Candy, like I'm finna take the kids around. They want to hang out their best friend. I'm always taking them out because I want to take them to watch Star Wars. Which one was the first one?
Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, we're gonna watch the Empire Strike Back. They go back, and she like, okay. Then she look in the eye and say, Candy, you sleeping with Alan? And then she do Candy does this thing every time. Yes, I am.
They said
Joe, every time the head tilt.
this see, she was already acting weird. So she's already so Betty was already in a weird situation. She was already like acting weird.
Yeah.
Here's our new dogs that we got. We gotta drop them off before we go to they supposed to go to Switzerland. And and she kept on saying, just sit down. Just like Chris Hansen.
Yeah, she like, no, I'm gonna take the girls.
Yeah.
We gonna go to the movies. And she like, no, sit down.
Just sit down. Have a. You sure you don't want anything?
That
Okay.
question hit Joe.
Are
Yo,
you having an affair?
every time Candy does it, Joe, every time she misses it, every time
Hey, turn it into a TikTok.
she, yes, I am. Every time, yes,
Archie said, no, not anymore.
not anymore. And then she walked out. She like, okay.
I'll be right back.
We came back to episode 4. That axe in her hand. She like, and then Joe, she did it again. Joe, the beginning of I was howling. She said, "What are you doing with that?
What are you doing? Oh my goodness.
She came with that axe, Joe. She like, oh, we good. I'm just got the axe for some. What she say? I got the axe to do something. They said, okay. Come on over here. Come on.
Just come into the washer and dryer room real quick. Come in here.
Just come here. She walking up. You can't have him. We didn't see what happened. All I know, she did catch that axe with her hand. I said, what the fuck? She did the anime catch.
She did do an anime catch. She did. She got caught on that. She got caught on that toe though, real quick though. She got caught on that toe.
Yeah, she did. She said she threw it back. She caught it again. Boom! All of a sudden, we went into the car. She walked out there, Joe.
That
her hair wet.
That hair was cut. She went and sat up there and lied about Target. I didn't even know they had Target back then. She went up there and said, I mean, she had her story all. She turned, she's gonna turn on that radio. If she don't do nothing else, she's gonna turn that radio on and get it on. She sat there and said, well, we went to do this and my clock stopped, and then I didn't realize that my clock had stopped, so I had just missed. I got lost in time.
I went and saw Betty. She left the baby in the house.
She left that baby in that house.
Then she take the other girl though. She took the best friend. Did she?
Yeah, the friend she took her to swim practice and sat there and watched her go to swim practice.
Left the baby in the house with the mom.
Told her husband to grab enough money because the girl was going with him. They went to the movies that night.
Went to church.
That man, for whatever reason, he called his wife more than he's ever called her since we've seen this show.
Because she usually answers though. That's probably why he don't have to call him. But when she didn't answer, like
he called neighborhood wife.
They went. Joe, Candy went to church after.
She went to church after that.
Lied at church, dog.
I don't know. Now I've read the actual full story, so like I know what happens, but I'm intrigued to see this version of it. But it's like you lied, which I guess is understandable that you lied. But I mean, okay, let's get into it. So they find her dead. They find her dead, and the police throw her off by saying Betty got shot.
And a man did it. They also lied to her about a man did it, but they knew it was a woman.
So she feeling like she off the hook for it. She's still going home, cooking and making big old bowls of 70s, 80s salad. Maybe more. They was making some good meals, wasn't they, back then, boy? I would love to eat my family back then, boy. I had football practice, so I couldn't eat my family all the time. I got home late. But she over here thinking everything cool. but it's them three police officers with them cowboy hats on. They on her ass, man.
They are. They
But they
came
also
in.
they
They
want
at,
Allen too though. They
yeah,
want
they was on.
Allen too.
Did you have a? This looked like a look crime of passion. Seemed like an incident could have happened. That I
Hmm.
know. But Alan, did your wife have an affair? No, I don't think so. She did in college. Alan, did you have an affair? No, I never did. That man got guilty call. Well, I did have one affair. I had an affair with Candy. Now everybody in the neighborhood know everybody. This is
Yeah.
small. I had an affair with Candy.
The
But
lawyer go to the church.
yeah, now all of a sudden they all figuring what's happening. Candy get called. Did you have an affair? I did. With who? Alan. Every time Alan, everybody like, you killed her, didn't you? You
I would never.
I know you did.
Then she got into our New Orleans bag and started acting like a Southern belle. Oh my, but oh no, I would never.
This when the show
What?
really picks up. It's actually got amazing to me at this point. I'm like, oh shit, this is hype now. That man, he yelled at, you killed her, didn't you? You a jealous bitch. You wanted Alan. All of a sudden, he came out there. Joe, she walked out after he get out of here now. You acting up now. You ain't allowed to do that. That what the head man said. That mean she walked out. I didn't appreciate you calling me a murderer. I would never. Joe,
I
no,
would never.
Joe, I
My
don't
star.
appreciate you calling me that. So she meets up with the lawyer. My man is here, stressed out. He's like, and he trying the whole thing. He trying to get on Alan. Like Alan did it, and you know he did it. I'm gonna get it out of you. She said, Alan couldn't did it. Why
He ain't
not?
even a criminal. He ain't even a criminal lawyer. He does small claims.
We didn't find this out after. He like he works for a church. I mean, he's not work for a church. He's at her church, and he's basically sitting there like, Alan did it. I know he did it. You hiding something, Candy. She's like, Alan couldn't have done it. Why not, Candy? I did it. Every time that I hit, I did it.
Is it something you not telling me?
That man looked just like the look at the man. He looked at it like, what?
There's
Yeah.
only three people you don't lie to: the doctor, the reverend, and your lawyer.
That man walked up. He sat in that chair. He said, well, it's over my pay grade. But get somebody else.
Yeah, he wasn't going for that. He went and closed his door and said, "Tell me everything that happened." She came at me. Well, she did from what they shown on the show, but
Look at that face.
there it is. There it
Yo,
is.
that's that mad face she do when she married to it. It ain't that calm fake face she be doing. It's that it's that that's that angry face.
She done got to smoking again. Pat worried about her.
Pat, like when you start smoking, when somebody accuses you of murder, you smoke too. Then they come
So
up there again. That Joey picks up. My man went out to the funeral and told everybody I had an affair. I said, not Alan, not at the funeral, my guy.
what middle part of Texas was they at for this to be out in the middle of the fields like this? Because they might have been Oklahoma for this one, I think.
You know what I'm saying? My man got the orange. You got the orange tree.
This
Orange
nigga
tree.
ain't never changed his hairstyle either.
Yo, this man at the bro admitting to her family that you had an affair on her at her funeral is the wildest thing I ever seen. Nigga, not at the funeral.
I done seen Kira Noor, Maya, Adriana Maya, Skin Diamond, and a host of other people do a funeral better than this.
That man went and told everybody. I think she killed him. I think she did it. How dare you cheat on my daughter?
But yeah,
Then she
the
like,
mama walked on out of there just
yeah.
like, oh, I
And
can't take this.
then the rest of the family find out.
But the men was just sitting there with their hands on their hips, like,
And then he had the nerve to be like, they suspect Candy of murder. So why are you telling them all this at a funeral? Go home and tell them. You're making now you get now the family wear it and all that. Now Pat getting wear it because now all of a sudden everybody in the small neighborhood accusing her of a crime, and everybody know that she gonna get retained. Everybody like, oh, they coming for her. Oh, they
And
coming for
Pat ain't
Candy.
seen Alan since that dinner that they had after that little love retreat they had. So
Yeah. But, so the
I mean,
basically,
no, that dinner that they
yeah,
had. Pat
yeah.
ain't seen Alan since then.
Oh, yeah, he
Pat
sure
might get
right.
active real soon.
But we seeing personality in the last episode. We gonna get to it. We almost done. But yeah, they had that whole situation, and then all of a sudden they make the phone call, take her in. She's with the lawyer. They in the lawyer's office. Like they can't retain her. They be like they ready for her. It's in Dallas. Everybody like, oh, this is a setup. Why it's in Dallas? I mean, they want it in Dallas. They didn't want it in hometown. He like this. She like, I do not want it here. And then you meet the judge. The lawyer was trying to judge.
Oh man, hey, that lawyer is the slickest one in the show. He did not want that what he call him, a fat son of a bitch.
What's his name? What's the lawyer name? Is it? I'm trying to look for the lawyer now. I see it, but that man said, "You fat." The lawyer said, and then he disrespect. Then he try to get back at the lawyer too. He like, "What you think? You don't belong here. This too big time for you, boy."
Yep.
He said, "Why are you here?" He said, "Cause my client wanted it." Any problem with it, Judge? He said, "Oh, listen." And then he talked about, and we want the case in Dallas. He's like, what's wrong here? Everybody here love Candy, don't they? They all know her. Why you want it in old Dallas, Texas?
Cause that small community already know.
Yeah,
They
so
already got their conjecture about who it could be once they hear
yeah.
about y'all had an affair. She capable of anything if
He
you
said,
ask me.
yeah. Then he was like, it seemed like everybody biased, including you. That man said, listen, it ain't got nothing to do with me. I just call balls and strikes. And right now, you on strike one. Right now, you on strike one.
They be saying some slick shit on that show though. When they talking bad, but they smile in each other's face. But when they talk bad about each other, they still smile, but they talk bad about you.
No, did you see what the report was right after we almost did an episode? The report was everybody in the city thinks she's guilty before the trial. We're supposed to make the case out of town because if everybody they're like, we can't be unbiased. She did it. 97% only Pat, her mama. Pat mama said, I don't know. The pastor, her best friend, everybody that's in the neighborhood said she did it.
Can we go to Houston real quick and talk
Yeah,
about that real quick before we
let's
get up
go.
out of here?
Yes, they go to Houston.
The lawyer said, let's go see a psychiatrist. This nigga hypnotizes her. And she recalls herself being real mad and real angry.
It ain't win the past yet. They was still in the prison. How she feel about Betty? I hate her. I hate her. Look what she done to my life. She's ruined my life.
Then they went back in time. She busted her doggone head.
Oh, they went to that night. And she's like, I don't want him. I don't want him. You can't have him. I don't want him. And then they
And
went to
they
what Joe was talking about when they said,
and the best they could come up with out of that 10 to 13 minute scene was, yeah, so he said you just snapped. And I was like, what? She was getting attacked by an axe.
Yeah, she's she's crying because she's getting attacked. Like, I don't want him to quit trying to attack me. And then the dude like, yeah. What happened here is she went crazy.
So the defense strategy is lose a lot of weight so it looks like you can't attack nobody with no bat or with no axe. Okay.
I'm like, see, you should have went with the mother lawyers, dog. You should have went with this nigga. Why you go with this nigga? This is
Man, this dude is terrible. He's like, we got to get out in front of this. Like, no. Just let.
don't call the judge a fat son of a bitch. Like, no, we're losing this case, dog. Y'all wonder why he didn't transfer to Dallas because he's like, no, she's finna lose this month. This dude called me a fat son of a bitch in front of me.
Man, yeah. I mean, to convince that jury, and they already, I mean, you already, if somebody admit that you committed adultery, because that's coming up, because the detective's gonna put that out there. You had an affair, didn't you? So that means you capable of anything. So I guess that's where we at now. We in the middle of trial.
He called this man a fat son. Like it wasn't even a thought. He said these words in front of this man.
He called him that.
You fat son
two
of a-"
times in the office and called him that under his breath in the courtroom.
Look at the record out so he can see his voice while he talking. He stood up. You fat son of
He does not like this man.
Episode 4 was amazing. That's the episode it really picked up. Episode 1 was a struggle to get through. Would I recommend this show? Yes. Was once you get to episode 4 and 5, the show really picks up. Episode 1 was slow to the end. Episode 2 and 3 is the setup. It's okay. Episode 4 and 5, Joe. Episode 4 and 5. Yeah.
Lies, more lies, and then I mean we in court now, man. So the
they
case
have
is
a
finally
whole.
going to court. They said it.
They
You know,
doing her
she baking
dirty,
cookies
Joe.
in the kitchen of a law office for whatever reason. I don't know why they had all the ingredients there, but she made cookies. She turned herself in, and yeah, we going to court. She putting on
Joe,
glasses.
they doing her dirty, Joe. They sitting her around like, oh, the lawyer. Oh, you come with me. You can't go. You got to go around now. I'm her lawyer. And then they try to rough her up real quick, trying to get her while he gone. I'm like,
And for all you Marvel stands out there that love Scarlet Witch, they did not show y'all nothing. So too bad. She got naked plenty of times and she ain't give y'all nothing.
shout out to the shower scenes. It seemed like in the next episode.
Disney said no. No.
She came at me though, Joe. She
Yeah.
came at me. All right, good show. I appreciate y'all, man, for watching.
So yeah, now these other shows aren't gonna be as long. Going
Yeah.
forward,
Yeah, we had to
we
go
just
over
kind of got
episode 1
into
through
it,
5.
so it's good. So going forward, we're gonna knock these episodes out. They'll be a lot shorter. But man, for anybody that's in Love and Death, check us out and check out some of our other reviews on this channel, man. We do some extensive good work on reviews, just like you just saw. We just killed 1 through 5 episodes in 31 minutes. So we'll be able to get through these next ones going forward. And then hey, if you got some suggestions of some shows we should watch, definitely make sure that y'all comment, like, and subscribe, and let us know what shows we should start trying to watch, because we got some girl passwords somewhere out here, so it's all good.
Fast 10, we'll probably do that soon. I'm thinking we're gonna do the Little Mermaid.
Shit, you on your own with that one.
Well, I'll do Fast 10 again. Apparently, I was excited for it because I thought it was the end. But apparently, this is a 3-part Fast 10.
This is a 3-part. After I saw that announcement, I was like, nope. 13 damn movies, man. What's wrong with y'all?
I was sitting here thinking, bro. I'm like, yo, I'm finna be good. You know what I mean? It released May 19th, so that's next weekend. I'll probably be on it. Little Mermaid the next week, so I'll probably be on that too. I don't know. Joe might be there with me on that.
Mermaid on the 24th, I believe.
Yeah, so we will be on these shows really quickly. We'll get these reviews out to y'all. There's some more shows I'm gonna do probably soon. I'll let y'all know. We also gonna review old shows like first season of Seinfeld one weekend. Me and Joe knock that out and then do it the next week. Then the episode one season of Martin and just go over some old shows. Was it really good? There's gonna be a new show on here. Keep it 99. Was it really good as we thought it was growing up? That's gonna be a series that's coming on. So all that stuff, I'll be that news, all that. Joe, where can they find you?
UniqoWilliams.com, Twitter, Uniqo_Williams. I mean, all the links you need are on UniqoWilliams.com, but Uniqo_Williams is probably where you'll find me the quickest. So yeah, you know the deal. I'm the only one with that name. Duh.
And like I said, I'll be that GGC Mafia. You'll see Joe, me and Joe on those two. Well, I'll be that. But shout out to Ruby. We got 2 shows now, Monday and Thursday instead of 1, because we're gonna cut down the length of the shows and just do 2. It'd be a lot easier. So I appreciate y'all. Keep stumping. Something amazing will happen. We out.